Welcome to ESPN Feast Week, presented by Lowe's, and the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. From Paradise Island here in the Bahamas, our second game of the day. Number 3 Gonzaga taking on West Virginia this opening day of the 3-day event here at Atlantis. Louisville, a big win over 14th ranked Indiana earlier, 89-61. So the winner of this one will face the Cards tomorrow. The loser will meet up with the Hoosiers. Hi everybody and welcome courtside. I'm Beth Mowens with the Naismith Hall of Famer Debbie Antonelli as we get ready for the Zags and the Mountaineers. We've got to look at a potential All-American point guard in Ryan Nembhard on one side and Tucker DeVries on the other.
Well, for Gonzaga, I certainly think Ryan Nembhard is one of the best point guards in the country. We just saw one in Chucky Hepburn for Louisville. Nembhard, 9.4 assists a game, second in D1. He doesn't turn the ball over. He makes great decisions in small spaces at a high rate of speed. He is fantastic to watch. Another point guard who answers what I call the 3 W's, who to get the ball to, when, and where. And then one of the top scorers, playing for his dad, Tucker DeVries, is a 3-level scorer. Darren DeVries, his dad, can put him in any spot on the floor, in the slot, on the block, at the nail, in transition. Tucker DeVries can deliver. He's got tremendous range. He's got high IQ with a basketball, and he plays well without it as well.
White jerseys for the Mountaineers, and those are the black unis for the Zags, breaking those out in the Bahamas. And it's Gonzaga at 5-0. Opening things up against West Virginia, 3-1 on the season. That low loss to Pitt.
Right away, you see the scrambling defense of West Virginia trying to double the block at Ike.
So Ike will try from outside, way up for the rebound. Sincere Harris, as you check out the starting lineups, brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. There's a look at the starting 5 for West Virginia.
Darren DeVries in his first year also, Beth. This is a new coach with a new system.
And a new roster. They're all transferred in. And here is his son, Tucker.
Tucker's got size at 6'7". He's hard to double. He sees over the top.
Turnover will go to the Bulldogs.
Gonzaga's a team that can play at any pace. They can play slow. They prefer fast. But when the game slows down, they are terrific at executing in the quarter court. Number 1 in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency.
Bad Boy Mowers starting lineup for Gonzaga. They have 5 guys in double figures. They average 93 points per game. That's 6th best in the country coming into the week.
Ajayi brings some size to that Tucker DeVries matchup. That's going to be one to watch.
3 ball is good from Amani Hansberry, the transfer from Illinois.
That is his 5th of the season from beyond the arc, and that's more than he made all of last year already. So he has improved his stock for sure.
Ike with the catch in traffic. Denied an opportunity there. DeVries, logo 3. And he comes up short. Here is Nembhard. They are trying to get a touch for the big guy inside every trip up the floor. And they'll also take it outside. Caliph battle for 3.
What a play by Ajayi to knock it over to the corner there on a loose ball after a deflection. And that's West Virginia's game. If they're going to be in this, they've got to be disruptive. They've got to make it uncomfortable, and they've got to pick their spots when they trap and when they double.
Hansberry off the pick and roll with the nice left-hander.
Nice short roll to the rim, or to the nail, and then the finish with a half hook.
Nembhard finds battle again. Long rebound and a foul as Harris is knocked to the deck by Ajayi.
Watch this pick and roll right here. Bring 2 to the ball. It's a nice pass by Small, and then Hansberry, patient, making a decision at the nail right after he hit a 3.
They were high energy yesterday in their shoot-around. You got to believe they took a cue from Louisville, who was the much more energetic and enthusiastic team in our first game, pulled off the upset, and the Mountaineers will look to do the same. Small off the Hansberry screen, and it's Graham Ike with it.
One of the things that you like to do is manipulate the 5, and that's what West Virginia's trying to do right now offensively, is manipulate EK.
Ajayi from downtown, the senior from Kent, Washington, who transferred in from Pepperdine. He led the West Coast Conference in scoring a year ago. Javon Small.
Got the Nolan Hickman assignment defensively. Got a mismatch.
That three with a kind bounce for Toby Okani.
Pretty good start for West Virginia. This is definitely their pace right now. There's the double to Ike.
Good ball movement. Everybody gets a touch for the Zags. It ends up with Hickman, and he's got it for the triple.
Just really good decision making by Gonzaga. You got to try to take something away, so bringing the early double to Ike, and obviously Mark Few's team is well prepared for that.
Already with a win over Baylor on the resume, emphatically.
Ajayi with the block.
Good defense. Hickman runs the floor. The oop is broken up, and a crash landing from Harris, who stays down underneath the bucket, unable to get his feet beneath him, and landed square on his back. So the officials blow the whistle to stop action, and we'll take a timeout. Time. 9-8 Gonzaga. 5 of the 6 baskets combined for the two teams have been threes. And good to see Sunseer Harris back on his feet after that hard fall just a moment ago. Way up to break up the lob, and then unable to get his feet underneath him there. Got some attention from the athletic trainers, but he seems to be okay. He's going to stay out of the game right now.
Nice by the officials to go over and make sure he's okay as well. Nice gesture there.
Gary Maxwell, Jason Phillips, and Will Howard, the guy with the striped shirts today. Our second of 4 games still to come tonight. Oklahoma, Providence, Arizona, Davidson. The winner of this one will play Louisville tomorrow. The loser will face Indiana. Ajayi fouled at the rim by Eduardo Andre.
Putting Tucker DeVries in ball screen coverage, forcing him to defend, and also that time picking on KJ Tenner, the freshman. That's the one thing about Gonzaga, Beth, is they can manipulate the game in a lot of different ways offensively.
Here's a look at Darren DeVries, the first-year head coach. Tremendous success at Drake, where he won 3 Missouri Valley Conference championships. Came up through the Greg McDermott tree at Creighton. Coached alongside the dad, coached the son. And on the other side, of course, Mark Few, 26 seasons, a couple of trips to the NCAA championship game. And there are a lot of folks in the Pacific Northwest, and around the ESPN studios as well, that think this is a team that also has a chance perhaps to bring home that first trophy.
Well, as I mentioned, varying speeds. They can change the rhythm of the game defensively. Right here going with some full court pressure. And then on the offensive end, they can manipulate ball screen coverage. They can put certain matchups in play. This is a high IQ basketball team.
DeVries short on that long 3 attempt. KJ Tenner, number 3 in white, now on the floor. Also Dusty Stromer, 4 in black for Gonzaga. And here they are with the push. Nembhard blocked by DeVries. Ike with the nice follow, and the foul from Andre.
It's going to be 2 on him. Tucker DeVries showing right here he's not just all offense. Look at the closing speed on this play right here to make this block from behind. And then Eduardo's got to show a little more discipline than that. He had no chance of getting that.
Yeah, so the 6'11" big man with a couple of fouls quickly. And they will bring Amani Hansberry back in. is an issue because after Andre, with him out now, not a ton of size on the floor for the Mountaineers.
That puts Tucker DeVries at the 4 right now, and he's capable of playing 2, 3, or 4 in this system. Probably 5 as well. Hansberry working that short roll to perfection. Nice play by Small.
Good drive in the finger roll.
Manipulating the 5 in the middle third, playing in the shoot. That's what Darren DeVries' team is doing offensively.
Ajay took an extra step on the spin.
You know they're showing a hedge, and they are trying to recover, and this time, late on the help. No one from the weak side tagging the roll.
Mark Few will go to the bench, bring a couple more bigs in at 6'10". It's Ben Gregg, and at 6'10", Braden Huff. Now along the front line. Hansberry, oh, he's feeling it early. Got another one.
Monty Hansberry. Played 7 minutes last year at Illinois, transferred to West Virginia, 22 minutes a game. And there he is making a play defensively.
Averages 9 a game. He's already got 10 here early on. That 3 rattles in and out. Huff with the board. And now Stromer on the run. Huff, big fella, steps outside and knocks down the trail 3.
That's his 3rd triple of the season. Last year he was 70% from inside the paint, around 2 feet, from 2 feet in the paint. He was one of the best at scoring around the rim. He's adding that to his game.
Yeah, 70% field goal percentage a year ago, led the league. DeVries counters with a triple.
Darren DeVries has excellent footwork as a shooter. Does such a good job getting his feet under his shoulders. He plays off any screening action. He can play off any cutting action. He sets a screen, and that's why he's wide open.
This is why Tucker's on the preseason Naismith watch and close to 2,000 points scoring in his career. First at Drake with his dad, and now here.
If you're a shooter and you want to study somebody's game, study Tucker DeVries and how he works without the ball. He's really good at exit cutting, too, which is from the basket back out to the three-point line.
Nembhard got it inside, and then the kick out. And that's going to go to West Virginia.
Right now, West Virginia's got the energy. They got some momentum. They've started the game shooting 50% from the floor, 57% from the three-point line.
Meanwhile, the Zags just 36% shooting to open up. Harris, oh, there's the roll again. Hansberry met at the rim and swatted by Ben Gregg.
Good read from the weak side by Gregg.
Then Gregg sets the screen for Nembhard.
Nembhard says, back off, I don't want a screen. I got this isolation play. And look at the explosion on the baseline by Hickman. That's smart.
Drives in for 2.
See, that's why he waved off the screen. Don't set a screen, they'll switch it back. Let me have this mismatch and play off of it.
DeVries finds Tenor. There's Gregg again. He's had an impact. Coming off that bench, he and Huff. Mark Few telling us, you know, EK provides the power, and they are a nice little counter punch, a nice little off-speed pitch. Stromer hangs on the baseline, no, but gets the rebound. Hickman open. He'll spot up. Got it.
Sincere Harris once again down on the deck. Look at the play by Gregg from the weak side to make that block into their transition game. Hickman with a little shake and finish at the rim. Gonzaga under control. Amani Hansberry's having himself a game. He's already got 10. He only averages 9. He's been terrific in the short roll. Very patient and poised, making decisions, making the right read. Gets to the rim twice, pulls up for a jump shot, and he's got a couple of triples. Really balanced in his offensive game and doing a nice job of making the right play at the right time.
He came in from Illinois, and it's pretty much an entirely new roster for Darren DeVries. They returned just 2% of their scoring. And even though they've all transferred in, Debbie, tremendous experience, over 800 games played and over 450 starts for the transfers coming in to Country Roads. And as they break the huddle, they look down at a Gonzaga team that has scored the last 5 points to take the lead here and showing a lot of poise in doing it. This is also an experienced group of guys.
They have a certain measure of confidence about them, does Gonzaga. I mean, they don't get sped up. They share the basketball. Got incredible talent.
They fell behind early, the first time they've trailed since their second game of the season, and have bounced back nicely from that. You know, Mark Few talked to us yesterday about, you know, even in this era with, you know, there's transfers too that have come in to help the Zags. There's a culture and there's a commitment to the way Gonzaga has done things, and the older guys or the guys that are around pass it on to the new guys. And the adjustment is quick because they all want to win, and they've been doing a lot of winning in Spokane.
They've won a lot. 9 consecutive Sweet 16s for Mark Few's team. A couple of Final Fours. He's got the best win percentage of any active coach in the country right now at almost 85%. Three on two.
Here comes Harris. The step through to the left hand. No, good challenge there by Huff. Oh, and look at him running the floor as well. And the finish, doing it at both ends. The credit to making a commitment to get in the weight room, get stronger, get that diet working in your favor.
Yeah, last year Mark Few said he had to take Huff out on some defensive possessions. He doesn't have to do that this year. He's gotten better on that side of the ball also. There he is,
at the rim. Boy, at both 6'10", he and Greg, tough to bust through that wall. Hickman will pull up for 3 short.
Back to your comment about character and culture, Beth. It's about being unselfish, sharing the ball. That's the main thing when you get all these players that come together, that come from different places, that all want to have another opportunity to win.
West Virginia has cooled considerably offensively, and the Zags are starting to heat up. And one opportunity for Battle.
Caliph. Battle. 15 points a game last year at Arkansas. Look at the muscle through the contact. You can't bump him off his line. He is seeking the and one when he drives to the bucket.
Battle to the line from Arkansas. Also spent time at Butler and Temple. 6'5" out of Hillside, New Jersey. And that makes it a 10-0 run for the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, West Virginia's missed its last 6 shots. And looking for a bucket to stay in touch here midway through the first.
Already an adjustment defensively by Gonzaga. They're not trying to hard hedge that pick and roll game with Hansberry because he's made too many good decisions in the short roll.
Small gets in the lane, and a foul going to be called on Ben Gregg.
Javon Small, 6'3", so quick off the bounce. 31 games last year as a starter at Oklahoma State. See, that's a little flat hedge, and you're expecting some help at the rim when you've got the shot blocking presence and rim protection that Gonzaga has.
They'll end the drought at the free throw line, and we'll remind you that it's an NBA Wednesday night tonight on ESPN. Doubleheader with NBA Countdown tipping off at 7 Eastern. Knicks, Mavs, and then that showdown for first place in the West. Thunder and Warriors. Little Steph, little Shea, little Brunson, little Kyrie.
I mean, end-to-end hoops, right? Oh, there's a steal.
Here comes DeVries.
And now Pink Kobe's looking good. You can't make that flat lateral pass across the top of the floor.
Especially when your teammate was not even looking for it.
And Zags don't turn it over very much. That's going to be back-to-back disruptions by West Virginia. The steal and the dunk, this time a disruption. Darren DeVries says, "Are you sure that ball's out of bounds on us?" Great anticipation. So we've seen Tucker with a steal, with a block, and a three.
Yep, doing a little bit of everything.
Gonna need to bring some 3 and D to West Virginia.
Got 5 points, a couple of reads.
Back-to-back Larry Bird MVP in the Missouri Valley at Drake. By the way, Drake, Ben McCullum, who is the new coach at Drake, they won the Charleston Classic this week.
Nembhard finds a lane. First basket for Ryan to go along with 3 assists so far in this first half. Small. Could not shake Stromer. Tried that roll again. And now Greg's going to be whistled for the foul, and that's going to be his second. So he will check out. Ajayi comes back in.
DeVries is really good on that get action, Beth. He throws it, goes and gets it. That's a great way to alleviate some ball pressure.
Lob on the inbound. Ohani hits the rim with it. Switch. Battle had O'County Island. Now it's Ajayi. Spins to the baseline.
Ajayi's got to score that.
And they're going to get Huff with a push-off weak side. 27-20, Gonzaga. Who also got him. And the Huskies with the 2 non-conference losses, that's more than their last 2 seasons combined.
By a combined 3 points. So let's not get too worried.
You're not going to panic,
I'm
Joseph?
not panicking.
What about a 3rd straight today?
Well,
they do have Gonzaga coming up December 14th, by the way. Zags have a December that includes Kentucky, UConn, and UCLA coming up on the schedule. Mark Few always likes to play that challenging schedule. Get them ready for the postseason. There's Battle with the weak side rebound. And a flag off the ball. They're going to get Hansberry for holding up Ike here. Let's see.
I'm going to give Ike
Looks
some
like
credit for guarding on the perimeter out there. They isolated and went at him. It's the thing about Graham Ike. He did foul out of 4 games last year, but none this year. He's gotten so much better at playing with discipline on the defensive end. His first year at Wyoming, he averaged 3.6 personal fouls a game, so he did foul out some. And you had to play with foul trouble. He played with foul trouble against San Diego State. He had 2 quick fouls, but he hasn't gotten them today.
Averaged 16 points, 7 rebounds a game last season. Zags went to the Sweet 16. Of course, this will be their final season in the West Coast Conference, moving to that new Pac-12 next year.
You got to move the ball if you're Gonzaga. They went too much ISO there the last few possessions before the last break. They're much better when they go side to side. And let Nembhard take charge.
Ajayi with 10 on the shot clock, and now Battle off the bounce. Nembhard finds a seam. Ike with 3 guys around him pulls down the old board and comes up short.
know if anybody thrives or loves a late clock better than Ryan Nembhard. He is so good at finding the right read, knowing time and score. Oh, what a job by Small to draw that foul.
Leaning into the defender to force the issue. And he was behind the line, so 3 freebies coming up.
It looks like a screen. It's a slip out of it by DeVries. And then a nice pump fake to draw the foul by Small.
2 for 2 at the line. He's the only Mountaineer with a free throw attempt so far today. Drive and dish guy from Oklahoma State. Prior to that, East Carolina. Out of South Bend, Indiana. And the third one coming up.
West Virginia just hanging around. Picked 13th in the preseason polls out of the Big 12.
You know, that's a big old chip on that shoulder. Did not get to the NCAA tournament last year.
Oh, there's a nice, there comes a double.
Yep. Making him a passer, and he turns it over. Ike, pass picked off by Small.
Ike has 6 assists on the season.
Zags throw a couple of defenders to take the 3 away from DeVries, and they now force the turnover. Good closeouts.
You kind of have to pick your poison a little bit, right? It becomes cliche in hoops, but it is definitely a part of the scouting report. What do you want to take away at what points in the game? And you have to adjust. You saw the double came late. It didn't come right away.
Nembhard, Ike, foul. Toby Okani went up there with him.
Nembhard so good on that pocket pass. They run great action to get a naked side 2-man game right here. Naked side, and Eduardo has 2 fouls already back in the game for West Virginia. You want to try to put him in some action where you might pick up that 3rd.
Ike, 75% free throw shooter on the season. Jonathan Powell, the 6'6" freshman, will also check in for the Mountaineers. Ike able to knock it down. 5.5 to go here in the first half. Some pressure. Zags handle. Small steps to the side. Ajayi able to track it down. Hickman will pull up in transition. And is that going to be on Ike? Yes, it will. That was close for Andre. It would have been his 3rd. Instead, it goes against the Zags. And that's his 1st. And because Greg already has 2 fouls, they'll stick with Braden Huff here in the middle.
Shorten the game, shorten the possessions, walk the ball up the floor in a dead ball situation. Remember, this is the most efficient offensive team in Gonzaga in the country. If you can take less possessions.
Five on the shot clock. Small steps back and hits it.
Javon Small is their leading scorer coming into the game at 15.5 points a game and a 44% three-point shooter.
Back to a 1-possession game. Nembhard tries to change that. Settling for jumpers here. Small feeling it, the heat check, no. DeVries, corner. Had a chance to tie it. And that's a walk. Under 4 to go and a 3-point game. Gonzaga and West Virginia in Atlantis. 1-point game, 29-26. Zags in front, under 4 to go here in the first.
I hope the fellas in the studio are having as much fun as we are having. Woo. What a day.
Well, they've got the advantage, but I think Jay made a good point. Settling for too many outside shots. They have more threes than twos right now.
When you watch Gonzaga, you know, they're a team, they move the ball, 58% of their baskets assisted. Nembhard can get in the paint, can make plays off 2 feet. I think they've settled for not moving the ball as much as we've seen them. A little bit more ISO ball. They're best when they move it.
Yep. 5 triples for the Mountaineers. They as well have more threes than twos so far in this first half. Harris drives the lane, has to kick it back out. Hansberry's been the hot hand. And Ajayi is able to track that down in the corner. Here come the Zags with the push, battle. Count it! Took the bump and the finish.
So tough. Gonzaga's going to speed this game up right here. Look at this tape. Second time Battle has been able to get an and one opportunity. Hard driver right, and that is on the scout. And you got to get ahead of him and make him go back to the middle where you have some help, especially when he's on the right side of the floor.
Zags now 7 of 8 from the line. Let's see if they get Tucker DeVries a touch this trip down. 2 for 5 so far, number 12 in white. And Small turns it over.
And West Virginia not having a problem getting in the paint. And that time Small just wanted to dump it off. That's a lot of size when you get in there. You got to go inside out against Gonzaga.
Had a chance to pitch it back out to DeVries, didn't take it. And here is Nembhard with Huff. He'll attack. In and out.
Numbers.
3-on-1. And a foul. As Powell will head to the line.
The force with which both these teams transition.
Man, quick.
I mean, their conversion is unbelievable, unbelievably quick. We're going to make Powell earn it at the line.
They give Nembhard the foul there. That's his first. And Powell keeps West Virginia perfect, 6 for 6.
I mean, if you're Darren DeVries, you got to be pleased right here.
Yeah.
If you can finish off the next 3 minutes, keep this within 2-3 possessions. And because West Virginia has been able to score, they have kept the Gonzaga out of transition.
Fast break points have been at a premium. Nembhard, battle for 3. That's good.
Piece of the paint, kick. Very well done. Sincere turning that shot down. That's not his game.
Five on the shot clock. Powell. Long rebound to Battle. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Zags will push again with Battle. Flips it up and in off glass.
He is a right-hand driver. You got to jump on that right hand and make him go the other way. Take something away. He's tough.
How about Battle?
Come on, the Bulldogs right here. Look at Nembhard. Get in the paint, make a play. Caliph Battle, 14 points on that efficiency, 5 for 6. And he's been tough going to the basket. He is built to play with force at the rim.
He's got the Zags' last 8 points and 14 now in the game in 14 minutes. This matches the largest lead of the day for Gonzaga. And in the passing lane again there for the Bulldogs.
They're trying to set up Tucker DeVries for a three there, trying to go inside out for him to relocate. I look for DeVries to get it back here on this baseline out of bounds.
There he is. They'll go to the corner instead, and for three, it's Toby O'Connor.
It's a lot of confidence by Tucker DeVries right there. Confidence in his teammates.
Yep. Back to 2 possessions. Nemhart wanted the entry pass inside. Instead, it's Ajayi. He'll step back, and he'll hit.
He's due for a big game bet. He comes in so highly touted. He did dip his toe in the NBA Combine and then decided to come to Gonzaga. First team West Coast Conference performer.
7 from Michael. Small, short.
Got 2 for 1 if you score quickly.
Battle will pull it up in transition. About a 3-second differential now, shot and game clock.
I like Hansberry right here. Watch for this pass-through ghost screen right here by DeVries. There it is, slip through it, slips out of it.
Nemhart able to knock it out of bounds off DeVries.
He slips. I'm not the only one that saw that on film. Ryan Nemhart saw it too.
Timeout called with 6.6 on the clock. All right, so 39-31, 6.6 to go. And they're going to inbound around midcourt.
So I'm packing the paint right here, and I'm not letting them get inside if I'm West Virginia. And I go Nemhart looking to get downhill right here. Get Battle isolated on the right side of the floor and let him drive.
One of the best passers in the country, 6 assists in the first half. Here is Nemhart. Oh, he'll hand it off to Huff for 3. And that's off the mark. First half in the books, 39-31. Gonzaga led by Caleb Battle with 14 points. As we get you back to the studio, Zubin, Jay, and Seth.
4-4-3 here. Second half is on the way.
For Atlantis. Our second game of the day, and a spectacular afternoon here on Paradise Island. 39-31 Gonzaga over West Virginia. The winner of this one will play tomorrow against Louisville. The loser will face Indiana. And welcome back courtside. Beth Mullins along with Debbie Antonelli and Gonzaga, the number 3 team in the country, doing what they do here, playing with a lot of poise.
I think there's a certain chill about this team, like no sense of urgency yet. It hasn't clicked in yet, but they are so smooth, solid. They move the ball. They have multiple weapons that can beat you. West Virginia is hanging in there. They've done a nice job of scoring in the paint, playing in the short roll, adjusting to the ball screen coverages. that defensively that Gonzaga has thrown at them, and still waiting on Tucker DeVries to get going. I think he's going to have a big second half.
Statistically speaking, pretty even for the most part. The field goal percentage definitely in favor of Gonzaga, but the same threes, the same frees, the same giveaways. And the Zags, that efficient offense, they have assisted on 10 of their 13 baskets. And we are set to go to open up this second half. The Bulldogs looking to stay undefeated. They come in at 5-0. Can the Mountaineers engineer what Louisville did in our first game today and pull off the big upset? They beat number 14 Indiana. Here is Hansberry, Amani, the leading scorer in that first half for West Virginia, and he'll add to the tally. He's got a dozen.
He's been impressive. He's been the most impressive for West Virginia, certainly in the first half. Caleb Battle for Gonzaga in the first half.
Graham Ike, the double comes. He finds Michael Ajayi. And some pain experienced after he took a knock in the back.
I expect Ike to continue to maintain some aggressiveness here. Only one personal foul in the first half, and I think he'll take a few more risks around the rim and be really physical and intentional about getting good post-up position here in the second half.
First foul on Okani. Floater's good from Nolan Hickman. Another good lob, Debbie. Javon Small will bring it across. 8 points for him in the first half.
They love to slip Tucker DeVries through the top of that action. Looks like a ghost or a slip screen.
Shot clock's winding down. Hansberry tries to muscle his way in. Weak side. And it'll stay at this end.
DeVries sent such a good screen on Ike. It forced the switch. Hansberry took him a second to realize that he has a smaller defender.
Tried to lob it inside. And instead it's a 5-second violation.
There was one guy inbounding, two guys moving, and two guys not doing anything for West Virginia.
Not well executed, and a shake of the head for Darren DeVries.
Nembhard goes off the Iverson action. Now they're getting the second side, and there's Ike wide open. Good find. I'm waiting for a Nembhard to assert himself a little bit more here in the second half.
He's been distributing.
He's so solid.
7 assists, 1 of 4 shooting.
He spends a lot of time watching film, which helps him prepare. A lot of time in the summer watching film. He likes Jalen Brunson from the Knicks.
Oh, we can watch him tonight on our NBA Wednesday night coverage. That's going to be on Battle, the foul.
Second bump. I might have called a flop before I called a foul. You usually get that one bump. The second bump, if you displace, it's supposed to be a foul.
No for DeVries on the fade, and Okani is there to get the rebound. And DeVries skip pass to nowhere in particular. And the miscues here early for the Mountaineers. Gonzaga up 10.
Now you got Nembhard off the ball, and Hickman, who is the second point guard on this team. He did run the point a couple of years ago.
Where they run Nembhard way outside. Well, Hansberry tries to get back to Ike.
And Hansberry really stretching that trap.
Ike spins baseline.
You want to make that ball handler go towards midcourt.
Harris on the drive and out of bounds. Ike was there to try and deny.
Didn't you expect more of an up and down game?
Yes.
I thought this would be up and down like our last game.
Only 9 combined fast break points. Wide open is Okani inside. Lost in the wash.
Confusion there defensively by Gonzaga.
Hickman off the hesitation.
Look how tight that handle is.
And Nembhard held up as he tried to get by Harris.
Keep an eye on the team fouls. West Virginia doesn't want to put the Zags at the free throw line. That's a really nice find by DeVries. Okani with the flush.
Here's Nembhard. Pass deflected by Harris. Small on the run. Nice change of pace and direction.
You don't see Ryan Nembhard turn the ball over much. It's certainly not on the top of the floor.
And here comes West Virginia getting back in it.
That's his first turnover of the game.
Battle runs into Ike and then swatted by DeVries.
Make Battle go left, Beth.
Yep.
You gotta make him go left. You have to take something away. He's capable, but you see he switched back to his right hand.
Go back inside. Ajayi pulls up. Small off the switch. Hansberry kicks it back out to Javon. Got it! 7 unanswered. And the 10-point deficit down to 1 shot.
West Virginia out of the locker room. Now a little run right here off their D. Small with a push. Off the steal. And then watch this play through the double team. Monty Hansberry has been fantastic making the right reads. Early in the first half, he was terrific in the short roll. Now he's playing through the double team and has the strength. At the same time, it was Small who made that delivery on the naked side and then sprinted to the slot on the other side. Really well executed.
7 unanswered. They've held the Zags scoreless for over a couple of minutes now. Then Greg will inbound.
Hickman rejecting the EK screen. Now he comes back over it.
Pocket pass back to Graham. Short. And Hansberry corrals it. It's his 4th rebound, has a couple of assists. They're leading now 12 points with Small at 13 points to lead the way. 3 would tie it here.
Zags have 7 turnovers, too bad. Uncharacteristic, they lead the nation in that cap. Second in the nation, only 8 a game. They're already at 7.
Hansberry unattended on the switch. 10-0 run, Mountaineers. Hickman, another pocket pass. Greg in and out. And a chance to take the lead.
You're going to pull an upset. Those are the kind of plays that have to fall out of the rim somehow.
Couple of missed chances in close for the Bulldogs.
Now they're going to go 1-4, flatten it out. We haven't seen this set yet out of Darren DeVries' team.
Alex Hansberry in the screening action. Small on the drive, and West Virginia's back in front. Their first lead in a long time. And they have come all the way back to grab the lead here in the second half. ESPN's exclusive
Point lead. Javon Small has done a fantastic job here in the second half. He's been on the defensive end. He's been attacking the rim. He's got 15 on 4 of 9 shooting with a couple of assists. And he's been impressive, right? He's controlling the tempo of the game right now for West Virginia. He's reading the ball screen coverages defensively of Gonzaga. And you see he and Hansberry have combined for 30 of the West Virginia 45 to have a 2-point lead right now with 14:39 in the second to play.
doing some of the same things that Chucky Hepburn did for Louisville in their upset over Indiana in our first game today. And now West Virginia with similar thoughts here against Gonzaga. The Zags need to get it going. They've missed their last 5 shots, haven't scored in over 4 minutes after building a 10-point lead. That is long gone. Huff finishes in close.
It's a great extra effort by Hickman. It's hard to take advantage of the size of Small when he's that quick and you try to post him up and take advantage of him defensively. He's been able to make plays.
DeVries lobs it inside, and the quick pitch back out. In and out the ball goes, and Small puts it away.
Eduardo Andre, that's why he's got to learn to stay out of foul trouble. He is important to what West Virginia does on the defensive end particularly. Look at him jump out on that hedge. The scrambling hustle of the defensive effort by West Virginia has been on point so far.
Huff doesn't get that one to drop. On a quiet afternoon for Ike, Nembhard, and Ajayi, the Zags find themselves in a pickle.
Good rescreen on the top to get the switch. And Zags switch back.
That one's inside the line for Powell. Nembhard heads the other way with it. Harris turns it away. Here's Hickman. Got the switch with Huff. He'll try the 3 instead, short. Hey, the 2024 ESPN Events Invitational begins tomorrow. And we've got Minnesota, Wichita State for you at noon Eastern, followed by 18th ranked Florida and Wake Forest. Comes your way from Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Don't forget, coming your way next, we'll head out to Hawaii for the championship game of the Maui Invitational. Don't know how many people had Memphis and Auburn in that one, but that's going to be a thriller, the way those two have played.
Tyrese Hunter has been one of the better guards over there for Memphis.
DeVries keeps it alive.
At some point, the Zags are going to start to feel what I would call some more game pressure, and maybe they will show a little sense of urgency, but right now they've been very calm because they're going to run their stuff and drag at the rim through the contact.
Let's see if they can quiet down what had been a 17-2 run for West Virginia.
Well, Caleb Battle has disappeared as well. He had the hot hand in the first half. I think you might have to think about him.
Well, they've given the underdog a sense of belief. Here's Nembhard the other way. No, but there's Battle with a big follow. And that awakens the Zags crowd here. West Virginia by 1. Battle gets a couple back for Gonzaga. And there are some of the notable games. Louisville is already a winner today over Indiana. They'll meet Ole Miss. And then look at those two at the bottom. Bama, Carolina, and Auburn, Duke. Going to be spectacular to be in the triangle area for those.
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma's here with us, but they'll be at Georgia Tech.
Did I hear Jay Williams? He getting a helicopter to go from one game to the other? North Carolina, Chapel Hill, then over to
You
Graham?
don't need that on 15-501.
He could run it. He could run
15-501, there are 15 traffic lights. I know because I've counted it. I've done that double before. That runs between Durham and Chapel Hill.
West Virginia shooting better than 60% here in the second half to come back from a 10-point deficit. And they are hanging around right now with the third-ranked team in the country. 18 for Javon Small, and for Amani Hansberry, a new career high. He's got 17. Battle walks with it.
They cut off his right hand, and they made him spin back, and he traveled.
Well, this is what Mark Few was talking about with us yesterday. We come to these kinds of competitions to find out more about ourselves. The big three, Ike, Nemhard, Ajayi, 4 for 16 so far today. Who else can come up big for the Bulldogs? It's been Battle and Hickman thus far, putting up some numbers. Nemhard, his usual assist numbers. Hansberry. Darren DeVries says, go ahead, big guy, you earned that one. Career high. See if it's really your day.
And Tucker DeVries, because he works so hard off the ball and he's unselfish, he drags a lot of help with him. Just a shade to give others open looks.
Nemhard keeping that dribble alive and now has to pitch it back out to Battle. Stromer also in the game for Gonzaga. Huff off the pick and roll, got it.
Really nice. Good pocket pass by Battle to Huff. That nice lefty floater.
Huff now with 9.
How about having a 6'10" guy that can knock down threes, that can play in the short roll, that can make decisions, has playmaking ability at the nail.
It's a luxury. It's tough to get inside with these two bigs together at 6'10". They try and pull Huff away from the rim, and now they'll do the same with Greg. DeVries, nice look inside. Always on the move is Sincere Harris.
Full court pressure might speed up Gonzaga, and that might help them, honestly, because I think they need to pick up their pace.
Yep. Need to be a little more urgent for a team that scores over 90 a game. Greg with the one-handed rebound and then a foul.
That's a foul. Good job by the trail official to get that. Being in the right position for officials is really important. Watch right here. Look at this rebound over the top. That's a foul.
No real foul issues for either side. Under 10 to play.
West Virginia with 14 fouls. The Zags only have 1. But you don't go to 9 consecutive Sweet 16s without being in situational offense like Mark Few has. Remember, no one's won more games as an active coach right now in the men's game than Mark Few.
Back to 1-point game.
And he's coming off a gold medal with Olympic
That too.
basketball, USA basketball.
Too. Over in Paris. Zags fans looking for a stop. Small and Hansberry in the two-man game. Javon Small and a shush to the Bulldog faithful as he heads back down the floor.
The last Javon that played on the top of the floor like this for West Virginia was Javon Carter, who was the Defensive Player of the Year in the nation that his senior year.
Offensive foul on the screen.
Watch Small get some separation off the bounce. West Virginia runs a lot of stuff in the middle third between the slots, and that has been very successful for them tonight. No Darren, no Tucker DeVries on the floor.
Small, probing, pitching. Otani tries the baseline. Second tips a no, and it's out of bounds off of Gonzaga.
The other thing is Dusty Stromer, who's one of their better three-point shooters, he's a 50, 40, 85 guy. He hasn't even been able to get in any rhythm at all. He hasn't even attempted a three-point shot yet.
Hansberry, backdoor cut, small. And a foul on Greg. And that would be his third.
Darren DeVries' offense has everybody lifted above the free throw line, and then they're just back cutting. Watch this right, great screen by DeVries. Takes up two defenders, help late. Good cut to the rim. That's a scoring cut right there.
Whether there's a reason, whether there's a coincidence, but the two underdogs in our first two games have come with the fire in their belly. Louisville, a dominant performance in upsetting Indiana. And now West Virginia not fazed by a 10-point deficit. They've turned it into a 5-point advantage, their biggest of the game. Hickman. And let's see how Gonzaga responds.
What a set. What a play. Again, a sprint from under the basket all the way to the three-point line in the deep corner. A really good exit cut by Hickman.
Zags extending that pressure. Tipped by Stromer. And they're going to get a shot clock violation. Extending the pressure, turning up some heat on the defensive end for the Bulldogs. The battle for Atlantis. Bracket looks like this on this opening day. Louisville beating Indiana handily earlier today. Big game. Chucky Hepburn flirted with a triple-double in that one. And now West Virginia and Gonzaga, a 2-point game. Got a doubleheader coming up tonight over on ESPN2 with Dave O'Brien and Gimme Some Jimmy. Little Jimmy Dykes for you.
They got a couple good games too.
Yeah.
I mean,
winners advance to the right side of the bracket, losers to the left side of the bracket. So the winner of this one here will get Louisville tomorrow. The loser will face Indiana. Everybody playing 3 games in 3 days. Nembhard with Greg. And how about both Greg and Huff with more minutes today than Graham Ike, who was never really able to find his footing.
come off
and
the
there's
timeout.
A shot clock violation.
Oh my. I
wow.
mean, this is Mark Few's team coming off the ATO and doesn't get a shot off. They go 5 out with their 2 bigs on the floor, and Greg and Huff. And West Virginia locks it down.
He's given Stromer some good run here as well. Made a nice play defensively the last time up down this end of the floor. Chasing Javon Small right now has been a real menace for the Mountaineers. Harris got into no man's land. Hickman feeds the post.
It's a great rim run and excellent position by Greg to get set up on the inside. This is the kind of transition basketball I was looking for out of Gonzaga. I thought we'd see some of this today. Number 3 in the country, number 1 in the nation in adjusted offensive efficiency, which means it's 125.7, Beth, coming into the game, which is points per possession per 100 possessions. It's really impressive that that's how efficient they've been offensively. I mean, Mark Few's team has #2 in the nation in assist turnover ratio. They're #9 in the nation in not turning it over at 9 times. They're 3 in the nation in their turnover margin. West Virginia has done a really good job with the pace of this game and their efficiency. They've slowed it down offensively, and they accelerate and change their cadence in the quarter court, and defensively, they really have ramped it up.
Harris, wide open look.
Yeah, he's not made a 3 all year.
Wide open for a reason. And the rebound for the Zags, and they can grab the lead back. Huff, nice dive to the rim, and that'll go.
He's been impressive. All that off-season work paying off right now. And the Gonzaga fans here are starting to come alive. They've been a little quiet tonight.
Huff now with 11. Joins Battle and Hickman in double figures.
Nembhard doing a good job tagging that short roll.
DeVries off the mark. And that'll trickle out of bounds and go over to the Bulldogs. Hickman, a lot of traffic over there. They'll swing it back outside to Nembhard. Looking to go to work. He's double teamed. Greg almost got that to go.
That's when you know guys have played together a long time, because Nembhard handles the ball on the baseline, draws 2, and Greg knows exactly when to cut to the rim.
And that is going to be the 4th foul on Toby Okani.
I'm going to say that Ryan Nembhard is untrappable, unflappable. Nothing bothers him. He plays with the same demeanor, regardless of the score.
And Debbie, it's the 4th time now in 6 games he's got double-digit assists. Give him 10 for the day. As Okani departs.
2 to get the ball to, when and where. The 3 W's of a good point guard.
And Mark Few has called on Greg and Huff this afternoon, and they have delivered.
And when you watch film, you're not just watching yourself. You're watching how you can make your teammates better, and that's part of what Ryan Nembhard does.
Scoreless their last 4 times up the floor for West Virginia. Step back, small, got it!
Is that kid confident or what?
They'll give him a 2. Look at the action without the ball for the Zags. Huff will step back. That's a 3 ball. Jonathan Powell is there. So here comes West Virginia, a chance to take it back.
I gotta believe Tucker DeVries got to get a touch here.
12 in white.
Down 1.
Here he comes. Oh, and he picked up the dribble.
They close on him so long because he's so good shooting a 3.
Harris into the lane and got it up and in. Mountaineers by 1, under 4 to go. Nembhard spins. Greg offensive rebound. And he's got DeVries on his back.
Should be on the floor.
Good finish. Coming up from Paradise Island. ESPN's and time now for today's Expert Moves, brought to you by Principal.
In the first half, it was the hustle of Ajayi, and then Battle was on the move. He was fantastic off the bounce, going right, handling contact, getting an and one. But we haven't seen much of him in the second half. He just has one basket here in the second. But this is winning time right now, Beth.
Yeah.
This is the #3 team in the country. High expectations. A lot of people think this might be Mark Few's best team. And keep in mind, they've had a lot of winning at Gonzaga with a lot of great players. 9 consecutive Sweet 16s. Nobody's done that.
And he is going to stick with Greg and Huff, who have now played more minutes than Ajayi and Ike today. The two big fellas have been a good combo and make that 28 combined point, for Huff and Greg now. 19 combined points, looking for 20. And it's Gonzaga back on top. Already had one upset here on this floor this afternoon. Can West Virginia make it 2 straight?
They run 2 at DeVries.
Look at Greg get out on that screen. Hansberry trying to go to work. Shot clock running down. DeVries will have to create. And he leans into Battle to draw the foul.
With 1 on the shot clock. Mark Few says he jumped into the defender. That's what he's trying to sell to the official right now. He drew that foul. That is 3 free throws.
And that's the 3rd on Battle. And it's the 2nd time today that they drew a foul on a closeout outside the line, and now the officials, are they going to look at this?
They're going to look and see if there was a shot clock violation, I think, because they can't go back and look at the foul. So they have to go for a time and score issue. And they're probably wondering if he got the shot off in time. But the shot clock showed 1.
Showed 1, yep, right after the play. Of course, over on the in the corner there, those 2 lines, the orange one is irrelevant, but they want to make sure both were behind the line.
And they also want to make sure his feet were behind the 3-point
Yep.
line to make sure it's 3
And
free
they
throws.
were. They were. They're just telling us now he'll take 3.
It's a good job by the officials. You want to make sure you get this right here.
So 3 free throws coming up for Tucker. 81% on the season. And his first trip today.
Well, this is where you learn a lot about your team, right? Situational offense, you have to work on it every day. Situational defense, you have to work on it every day. I've been impressed by West Virginia, though, I have to say. They have played hard.
Two first-year head coaches turning over their rosters, starting a new era. Louisville with a big win earlier. And here's West Virginia trying to match it. Huff spins, baseline!
He sets that up over his right shoulder with 2 hard dribbles. And then a beautiful floater. 6'10", soft touch.
Zags aren't one of the best in the country for nothing.
5 out.
Hansberry, no, settled there.
I'm not sure that was the shot.
Nope. There's Nembhard directing traffic. Trying to clear it out for Huff.
Well, this is where you have an advantage when you have Ryan Nembhard. He doesn't turn it over. He makes good decisions. He can make free throws. He can close out a game.
Huff with another touch inside and another finish. Timeout, West Virginia.
Back-to-back buffing buckets by Braden Huff and 11 assists for Ryan Nembhard, who is second in the nation in assists per game.
He's been the go-to here down the stretch.
This is what I'm talking about closing out a game. You got the ball in Nembhard's hands. He's got incredible feel. He's instinctive about what he needs to do. And he knows who to get the ball to. And Huff over that right shoulder with that half hook. He's made a couple of those tonight. He's been fantastic off the bench.
Had a 21-point performance in the Arizona State win. Now coming right back, 7 of 11 shooting, 15 points today. One timeout left for Virginia, no fouls to give. 2 timeouts left for Gonzaga. They've got some fouls to play with if they need them.
You're just D'ing up right here. Let's see if they bring 2 to the ball on DeVries.
Small wants the 3. No room to get it off. Now it's DeVries' turn.
There's that get action I was talking about.
5 on the shot. Small will have to jack. Weak side rebound for Powell. Gets West Virginia another possession. Small drives into Huff and draws the foul.
So good at attacking downhill, through the slot. Turns the corner and sees 6'10" waiting, gets right into his chest. Makes a physical attack at the rim to earn 2 at the free throw line.
3rd foul on Huff. 24 points for Small, 6 of 7 from the line.
You've got to go in the chest of the shot blocker.
Come to Atlantis for a little sun, a little seafood, and you end up sweating it out here in a tight one on opening day.
Leo Connie for a defensive substitution right here for Darren DeVries.
With the ball at a 1-point lead and 1 minute to go.
Got to stay solid right here. Stick to your fundamentals defensively.
Huff with a touch, and Huff with a finish.
He scored their last 3.
Small. He'll step back for 3 to tie. No. Hansberry keeps it alive. Wants a 3 again. And Nembhard with the rebound and a foul, and the shot clock is off.
DeVries wide open on the other side. Small's made a bunch of 3s tonight. He's made 4. You didn't need the 3 right there, Beth. You needed an attack. I mean, you're having success downhill.
I think they have to take a look at the game clock.
Right, that did not stop on the foul call. They continue to run, so they're going to go back over there and take a look at it, put the proper time back on the clock. Yeah, Small's had so much success. He's 8 for 9 at the free throw line. He's been really good going downhill.
We talk about late game execution, Debbie, and all Gonzaga did the last 3 or 4 times up the floor, feed the hot hand, feed the hot hand, get him the ball, good decisions in clutch time, And Huff just rock solid in the paint.
And that's what I'm talking about with Ryan Nembhard, who can close out a game. He's got incredible feel. He's got great touch.
So they're going to reset the game clock here to 25.6, which means the Mountaineers are going to have to think about a quick steal and a foul.
Well, I think you'd like to get the steal and foul. You might look to trap real quick if you can't get that. But remember, Nembhard is untrappable, unflappable. Nothing bothers him.
And actually, is that a foul that they called at the other end here? So he's got free throws.
He's got one.
1-and-1 for Ryan Nembhard.
Well, the official under the basket gave 2, and this official out here said 1-and-1. It's 8 team fouls. It should be a 1-and-1.
Ryan gets the first.
Excellent.
Now you're talking
shooter.
2 possessions.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, closing out games, Beth. Also at the line.
Gets the second.
Now you need a 3.
Emmanuel Chinty comes into the ball game for the Zags.
Caleb Battle's not going to let Tucker DeVries touch the ball.
With fouls to give. DeVries does get a look, and he hits it.
Timeout immediately. The one player you cannot let get the 3 off.
You saw a shake of the head from Hickman. He knew that was the guy. West Virginia staying alive.
Well, Innocenti was put in the game defensively, and he had this matchup. They're switching on everything. It's just a really well-executed offensive play. And DeVries at 6'7" can shoot over most defenders. Now you go. Now we're a steal. Trap. Foul.
There you see the situation. Gonzaga also does have the possession arrow and a couple of timeouts. No way for West Virginia. No timeouts left. And that one foul to give still for the Zags. 17 for Huff, 16 for Battle, 13 for Hickman for Gonzaga. For West Virginia, 26 for Small, 17 for Hansberry, and 12 for DeVries. .1 to go on the clock. And the Zags will certainly look for Nembhard here on the inbound. As a team, the Zags 16 of 18 from the free throw line.
Can't get beat over the top here. Got to make them come back to the ball. See if you can get 2 on the ball. Trap quickly, if not foul.
Nembhard coming to it. They have to go the other way instead to Hickman.
Now you got a foul.
They can't catch Nembhard. Hickman. Oh, and a steal! DeVries comes up with it. And a foul with 6 seconds to go. And he'll shoot a pair with a chance to tie it.
Great job denying Nembhard, making somebody else handle. They were almost in jeopardy of not getting it over the timeline also.
Well, that's a clean pick for DeVries.
He was anticipating that contact, and here he goes to the free throw line, his 2nd trip of the game.
The coach's son.
This is like icing the shooter right here.
Transferred in with his father from Drake. Their first year together at West Virginia. timeout called by Mark Few, who wants to get Ajayi and Ike back in the game. They have not been on the floor in a long, long time.
But you want your most aggressive guys, not just for the first shot, but for the second. You're going to assume that Tucker DeVries is going to make a free throw here. So you want to make sure you have the ability to make the entry pass. You got to get the ball in bounds. And West Virginia will be in a softer cover, switching on everything and trying to protect the rim. You don't want them to penetrate. You want to make them take a contested jump shot. And remember, it is 1-1. West Virginia, it's not 2 free throws, it's 1-1.
What a start here in the battle for Atlantis. The shocking upset, Louisville over Indiana, and now a fantastic finish with Gonzaga and West Virginia. We're not even halfway home yet. We got 2 more games coming up later tonight.
Like I've been saying on November, we haven't even sliced the turkey yet.
Not till tomorrow.
We have great hoops. All right, so DeVries, you assume he's going to make it. And that's all you talk about if you're in the huddle with West Virginia. Is here's what we do after Tucker makes a free throw. And if you're Gonzaga, you're talking about here's what you do after he makes a free throw.
Find Nembhard.
Find Nembhard, let him push, and let him make the decision. Oh, he's not even in the game.
Wow, he's not in there. It's Greg, Ike, Ajayi, Hickman, and Battle. It's a taller lineup to at least grab a rebound.
Call another timeout if he makes it, but you
and
can't.
Get Nembhard.
No, you can't bring him in. Time's got to go off the clock.
DeVries ties it up.
I think Nembhard can go. Can he go back in the game? No time's gone off.
Looks like he will check back in. 5.9 to go. And here's a look at our bracket. Winner gets Louisville tomorrow. The loser will play Indiana tomorrow. And so now, no timeouts remaining for either side. Possession arrow is with the Zags.
So Mark Few puts a bigger lineup to make sure they secure a rebound. And now Nembhard can come back in the game. I thought he couldn't because there was no time off the clock. But I guess because it's a free throw, he's allowed to.
Well, now West Virginia's asking about something.
I would ask that question.
Harris will defend on Nembhard.
Yeah, West Virginia's asking the same thing that I'm asking.
That's a heck of a job, not only by you, Debbie, but by the West Virginia coaching staff.
Right, I've told you.
Notice that.
I noticed it. I didn't think he could come back in. Come on, right? I would have asked the same thing, right?
So now who do they look to get the ball to on the inbound? Hickman was in the game, so he's the other point guard.
Yeah, well, that's having 2 point guards matters, but Hickman's going to be away from the ball. He's going to come hard to the basketball right here.
So Battle will inbound.
They might throw it to midcourt.
I mean, the Zags
call
now
a
are
timeout.
trying to get Huff
There's no
back on
timeouts.
the floor.
He must have already been in the game. And he would have been.
Yes, he's the fifth. He's the fifth player. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so no timeouts left. So this is Hickman. I would not let Hickman catch it. Don't let him catch it right here. Do you put somebody on the ball?
They do, but not big. Comes into Greg. It's Battle.
This is going to be Battle right here.
Tie game. Chance to win it. Loses it. And the shot comes up short. And we have overtime in Atlantis. Gonzaga substituted Ryan Nembhard out of the game, looking for the rebound on a free throw attempt, and then could not substitute him back in to bring the ball up the floor on the last possession.
But you got your best driver downhill right here, Battle. They kept the ball in his left hand. He likes to go right. I'm surprised he didn't in out or do something to get back to his right hand.
So we've got overtime, tied at 71.
Wow, what a first
fabulous
40.
26 points for Javon Small for West Virginia. Huff, Battle, and Hickman all in double figures for Gonzaga. And what a start to Feast Week. We've already seen UConn lose twice. Houston lost to Alabama. Kansas beat Duke. And a big game for the coach's kid today for the Mountaineers.
Tucker DeVries, patient about his offense. Keeps delivering on the right side of the box score. Blocks, steals. This is first half action right here. And then the play of the game for West Virginia. He hits the triple. Then he makes the steal and 2 free throws. And here we are with 5 more to go.
Nembhard, Hickman, Huff, Greg, Stromer for the Zags. So they will go with the 2 bigs off the bench instead of Ajayi and Ike.
So each team gets 1 timeout in the overtime. Fouls stay where they are. No fouls to give.
Okani, DeVries, Small, Harris, and Hansberry out there for the Mountaineers. And just like Pat Kelsey and Louisville earlier, a chance for a signature win early in the career of Darren DeVries at West Virginia. If they can pull it off. Zags trying to stay unbeaten.
I'm going right back to Tucker DeVries right here.
Backdoor, Small. Wow, caught Hickman napping.
Got everybody lifted. Their 5 out has been outstanding.
And quickly Battle is off the bench for Gonzaga. Nembhard going to work on DeVries, got a block, and gets the ball.
How about Tucker DeVries playing some D right here? Smaller, quicker defender, and he makes another play. Conserving a little energy right here for Tucker DeVries. I still think they got to go through him here.
Here is DeVries working with Hansberry, wide open 3. Around and out.
DeVries constantly drags multiple defenders with him. Such a dangerous threat outside the arc.
Nembhard and Greg working on the right side. Stromer gets a clean look.
That's his first 3-point attempt.
Shortening the game. Can you do that in overtime?
Yes, you can. Shorten the possessions is all along is what West Virginia's been trying to do, right? Against the most efficient offense.
Here's Stromer, big steal. Zags in front. That ties it up. Harris. Back out to DeVries. O'Connor missed the dunk, but was fouled by Greg. And that'll be his fourth.
Tucker DeVries plays the game low to high. Does such a good job of keeping his pivot alive. His eyes on the rim. Looks like he's having walking on the side of his feet right there, like.
O'Connor hits the free throw.
I think he's cramping up, man. I think his feet are cramping up based on the way he's walking.
Yeah, he is not stepping on the bottom of his feet.
He has to hustle and get that gun on him so that he can get back in the game.
He's played 39 minutes. Under 3 to go in overtime. 2-point West Virginia lead. Huff. So strong down the stretch in regulation. Short there. And an over the back foul. That'll be the fourth now on Huff, so he and Greg 4 each.
They're throwing the fluids down. Tucker DeVries. Calling over the back foul right there. Foul on Greg.
Foul on Huff.
They're trying everything they can to get some fluids in him to get him back on the floor.
Hansberry knocks down the free throw. 3-point game. Gets them both.
Got to get a stop right here.
And Nembhard bumped Harris a little bit.
Aggressive.
Too aggressive.
All you got to do is keep him in front.
Nembhard a chance to chip away at the line. And here comes DeVries back in. He's played 39. Harris with 39. Small with 40 minutes today. Nembhard has played 40 plus today. A dozen assists to go with his 6 points as he knocks in a pair. 2:30 to go. Oh, Nembhard with a steal. Kept it in play. Battle. And a foul. No, they're going to say just knocked it out of bounds. The strip by O'Connor.
How about the play by Nembhard?
Good call. Out of bounds off of the Mountaineers. Double. Greg for 3. No.
I don't think that's the shot for Gonzaga right there.
For 8 from downtown coming in today.
You want to take a little time, but you don't want to lose your aggressiveness right here. Look for Tucker DeVries on the slip. 12 on the shot clock, Beth. I'm still looking for DeVries on the slip. As long as he's got rid of those cramps, he's good.
Under 2 minutes to go. On the drive, the front of the rim for Small. Battle looks for three, short. And a one-and-done trip for the Zags.
Not the kind of execution that I expected out of Gonzaga in the last couple of shots.
Nope.
Small has been fantastic managing the clock for Coach DeVries, who looks like a point guard over there as the sixth man on this team calling out all the shots.
Here's his son. Tucker steps back. Oh, may have dragged the pivot, got away with it. Three on the shot clock. Small will launch. That's short. Good defense for the Zags, and then a foul on the rebound. They're going to call it on Nembhard.
What a crash. I'll tell you what, Sincere Harris has been on the floor more than any player today that we have seen. He has hustled, he has played his role well, he's defended Nembhard, he's crashed the glass. Well, they had to call that because of the collision in the air.
So Harris to the free throw line. His first trip
Of the season.
A West Virginia program that was 9-23 last year. Made the coaching change. Brought in Darren DeVries. Brought in the transfers to restart right away. Wins over Robert Morris, UMass, and Iona. This would by far be the biggest. 1 minute to go. Nembhard. And a foul.
Really good job of closing down on three-point shooters by West Virginia. Once Nembhard got to the paint, he typically goes to the paint to pass.
So now Ryan back to the stripe, 4 for 4. Hickman is coming back, and so is Ajayi. Missed the second, tip back out. Oh, and a chance for Gonzaga.
Didn't even look like Gonzaga was ready for the tip out. Expected him to make it, that's why. He never misses at the free throw line.
Double team comes. And a foul.
You had him.
Had the trap out at midcourt.
The midcourt line was like another defender right there with a great trap.
And look at Tucker DeVries getting his guys together yelling, it's not over, it's not over. Trying to get them to refocus, still 35 seconds to go.
Two free throws here makes it a three-possession game.
Not there yet. Small around and out as Huff returns. Got the second.
You still have your timeout left, so I do think you can get a quick two, but if the three's available, you take it.
Oh, and a steal! Harris with the takeaway! And the exclamation point! Mountaineers! Nembhard, no! And Huff with the stick back. Still a two-possession game. And another foul will send DeVries to the line. It's been West Virginia making the plays in the overtime after Tucker DeVries tied it at the end of regulation with two free throws.
And it's the defensive plays late in the game by West Virginia. Tucker DeVries made several, and here Sincere Harris jumps that dribble handoff. Sloppy play by Gonzaga, and advantage West Virginia.
Today's player of the game is brought to you by Atlantis. And there he is, Javon Small, 31 points to lead the way. Battle to the rim, no. And that'll do it. The upset complete for West Virginia as they take down Gonzaga in overtime in Atlantis. Feast week has been a good one for the underdogs. UConn, Gonzaga both losing this week. And West Virginia with a monster win. Let's get you back to the studio.